The primary aspects of damages in a wrongful death case are what we call conscious pain and suffering, which means the pain that the victim endured prior to the time that they died. You can recover for conscious pain and suffering even if it's just a matter of seconds. People have recovered substantial amounts for 5 or 10 seconds of conscious pain and suffering. But you have to demonstrate that either through witnesses or through the medical records or through the medical evidence. A good attorney will be very aggressive in trying to find witnesses, in trying to gather documentation, whether it's medical records or whether it's even speaking to the doctor that treated the person maybe prior to the death. Whatever it takes to gather information from as many sources as possible, because the primary source that you'd like to get it from, you can't. The second primary aspect is what we call pecuniary loss. In other words, the economic impact and financial support that the family members would have received from that person over the course of the rest of their lives. Other things which certain people might not necessarily think, but things such as what we call loss of guidance. All the normal things that a parent does and provides for a child as they grow up, those are things that can be recovered for.
People that are entitled, of course, to the compensation will be those that are the next of kin. If somebody happens to have a will, well, then it would go according to the will. If someone doesn't have a will, then it would go according to certain rules and laws that exist in New York State. It is absolutely essential that if you suffer that kind of a tragedy in your family, that you do get an attorney who's experienced in this area. Because issues of income, and especially issues of conscious pain and suffering for which you can recover, sometimes are very subtle. So don't come to the conclusion yourself, and don't go to somebody who hasn't had experience in this area, because unfortunately, because of the laws that exist, you really could come out losing more than you even should.